Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Alright, first card that we have out is the Nine of Swords. I'm seeing the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck, so this feels like, okay, there's a lot going on here. This is feeling like something is closing out, and right now it feels like you're experiencing the intensity of all that is. This means like trying to come to terms with what's going on, trying to accept what's going on, even like having it kind of set in for you that something is going on. And it looks like it's something that you're currently struggling with. So I'm seeing this period be really important for you to take it easy right now as you're absorbing everything. Looks too like there's a lack of closure emotionally. I may be eating at you a little. Okay, let's keep going. Because of you being in a bit of a vulnerable state, I feel like as this is happening, whether it's on purpose or not, as this is happening where you're kind of like looking around, sort of wondering what's going on and doing whatever it is that you're doing, what I'm seeing is that somebody's coming through at the same time. Again, like I don't know whether this is on purpose or not, but it feels like this is going to confuse potentially the situation a little bit more. You can also be confused by the way that you're feeling too. We're just not in complete understanding. Just a lot going on. I'm getting that you're not meant to be doing anything right now except sort of like dealing with this, essentially. It's not going to last forever. It's feeling really intense right now. This is just going to be a little period that you're having feeling like this. Okay? I am seeing that because something feels a bit unclear, there can be a part of you that wants to do something right away, but I'm actually getting that you're not meant to be doing this, okay? You know, sometimes we feel very uncomfortable sitting with how we're feeling, and the advice is generally to just be with it. You don't need to label it or to name it or to understand it. It's just to be with it and not make any sudden moves. But some of you, you're feeling quite uncomfortable. And I'm seeing this part of you come up that's like, let's do something about it. But you're also upset too, I'm seeing. And so the advice is not for you to be doing anything right now, even though there can be this part of you that's like, let me just do something about it. Because this is feeling like a little bit of an ungrounded part of you that may want to do something, and it's going to like kick up more stuff. Although like you can really do whatever you want to do, but it may like elongate the process a bit if that's the route that you end up taking. So I'm seeing your guides be like, as hard as it is to sit with this and be in this, because like honestly it looks quite painful what's being experienced right now. I'm seeing the advice from your guides be try to get to a space where you're sort of like, yeah, this is happening right now, like I'm feeling this, like these are the thoughts that are going through my head right now, and sort of like watch and observe and feel everything that you're feeling rather than try to run away from it or push it away or push it down somehow or not acknowledge it. Now is really the time for you to be acknowledging all of this, even though this is heavy stuff that's difficult to acknowledge, and for you to also be resting right now. Because in this time of you grounding and resting, you're going to be able to make sense of something that's not really making sense right now for you. And know too that like this is a very temporary state, even though it's like all that you may be able to see right now. Strong Aries energy coming through. That's also the thing too, like those of you that have prominent Aries placements, or you have a lot going on in your first house, or even just the house that Aries rules within your birth chart, it can be where you may like feel something and like to do something. And sometimes we're not always thinking those things through, but I'm getting really a need for restraint currently. There's something important here that's going to be realized, but I'm getting it like not at that point. It's just like it still needs to cook a little bit. And then you're gonna know how to move forward in a definite way, in a sure way. And what to really do and where to place this energy. Because I'm even getting to that as far as what you're feeling, this is multifaceted. There are a couple different things going on right now. And this part of you that wants to like exert energy, I wouldn't do anything that would affect you more than in a momentary way. Meaning if you want to do something, because it's Wands energy, it's like you could go on a walk, or you could work out, or you could stretch, or you could listen to music, or you can do some sort of movement, or you can make a piece of art, like do something like that with it. Because what I'm seeing is that once this is like worked out a bit, because when you sit with it, it's basically like, let's say that you're in a room with all of the ways that you're feeling right now, and it just feels very intense, like you're in a very crowded room currently. As you sit with that, you're going to be able to like recognize the faces essentially that you're seeing, these faces of your emotions and your thoughts. But if you keep walking out of the room or leaving the room or shutting the door and being like, I'm never going to open that, things aren't going to make sense, because you're not going to be able to recognize and validate basically what's happening. What I'm seeing is that as you're doing, some of you are doing breathing exercises, as you're doing whatever it is that you need to do to ground in order to come back into the room and like withstand what's going on, in order to look around and see what's going on there and what that's trying to communicate to you. When that happens, again, something that's like not really making sense is going to make sense. And then I'm seeing you're definitely going to know how to move forward. But until that point, you're not meant to do anything. Until things click into place and make sense, your only job is to rest. And I'm here to channel and to basically like recognize and validate, to process what's going on, okay? Again, strong Aries energy here that I'm seeing, and I'm also seeing Neptune too. And to have Neptune involved in something, it means that at first glance we may see something and it like doesn't take shape immediately, or we may misjudge or misinterpret something, but then through sitting with it and through being with it, it's going to materialize as something else that we can digest or that we can understand. Okay? So something is going to be making sense. So that part of you that may feel a little bit bewildered right now by there being a lack of execution or a lack of clarity, it's not going to stay like that. But just when you're in the fog, don't be making a move that's going to affect you long term. You want to wait until it passes. And it's only going to pass if you process through it. If you leave the room, like the work that needs to be done in the room isn't going to get done. So it will be there waiting for you. So this is about doing what you need to do to be able to withstand being in that room, process everything, and then being able to move forward, feeling very clear. Okay? All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.